think it's colder.
It's got colder. Because this place hasn't seen any sun since 1939. That's why, lad.
Alright, it's a new day, the sun's shining, and we are getting out of the office as we are on site shooting a product video for one of our clients. Because it was so early, it meant one thing.
He has got himself a cheeky Greggs. Look at this. Oh my god. Breakfast time.
Unlike Mike, I don't have much free time on a morning.
I like to always try and get my 8 hours of sleep, and I did manage it. It was a nice, refreshing sleep. Oh, it was lovely.
This particular morning I was up at 5 o'clock, to be fair, which is like most mornings, and I didn't have time to even have a coffee, never mind breakfast.
Come on.
I would have had beans on toast, the powerful beans on toast that you recommend, but the child didn't allow it.
So he said he was going in for a cup of coffee, and that's what I thought. But then he came out with a nice sausage butty, and it is what it is. It would have been nice to be offered.
Do you not fancy a coffee yourself, man?
Nah, I didn't manage to get a coffee this morning, that was it.
As always, we arrive super professional, on time, ready to rock for this shoot.
Police answer.
Nothing beats arriving to a shoot with a bit of Slim Shady playing in the background. We just made sure we switched it off before the window wound down.
So we rocked up on this like industrial site. We have to get rigged up, high vis, rigger boots, and obviously that's a nice compliment to the skinny jeans and puffer jacket that we were wearing.
Yeah, it was alright for Josh. He had his fancy DeWalt boots. They looked alright, to be fair. I, on the other hand, have been ordered some Amazon basics. I don't know how much they were, but...
What do you reckon, Mike? Skinny jeans and rigger boots?
Damn, Daniel.
This place was absolutely huge. Like, genuinely, the hangar seemed to go on for miles just as we were actually coming into the area. Never mind when we actually got inside. This dude tried to give us some directions, and he had to be a brain surgeon to try and remember it.
Yeah. You'll see some like pillars.
Yeah.
Just go through the pillars and then go straight up to the top.
Yeah.
And then you'll see an opening on your right hand side. Just go through that opening. It's a big open space. So it's 6 a lot.
Sweet. Cheers, mate.
Good job we filmed that. You're not remembering all that.
I don't know what he just said. He said go through an opening, turn right, turn left, go past the leprechaun, second corner.
I'm not so sure about needing to be a brain surgeon to understand the direction.
Where's that opening? Oh, the pillars. He said pillar first, didn't he? Oh, mate, they're all bottles of beer. They're all bottles.
He said they were empty bottles, didn't he?
I put up crash into them.
I don't think the footage does it justice on how many bottles there were actually in this factory.
There were so many bottles. I haven't seen that many bottles in my entire life.
We drove down this one long line, which must have been 500, 600, 700 meters long. And then we did a right and they went on for sort of miles and miles in the opposite direction. There was literally bottles everywhere.
Did you hear what he was saying about this place? It's where they like made the bombers in World War II.
What sort of bombers were they?
A Vulcan or something, he said.
I think he said that, yeah. That's pretty cool. It's massive, no, I'm not surprised. I'll tell you what, we do some weird jobs, you know. This is mental.
Up until this point, I felt super confident in the shoot. We'd done all the pre-production, the planning, and then we drove into the warehouse.
First problem I can see is how we're going to tell if it sweeps properly with this.
It's so dark in here,
It's so dark. And it's clean as a whistle.
Obviously the Sweet Master's doing the job so far, innit? Here comes the Sweet Masters now, there they are. Little army of them.
It was such a comedy scene watching all these Sweet Master machines just rolling down, like I said, probably 700 or 800 metre strip down the warehouse, just rolling in.
It's like a really shit action movie.
Where are we going then?
I think it's through here.
That's what I'm saying. That's my gut's saying.
I'm going to let them take the lead.
Where are we here? That's it.
I don't know.
Where's he gone?
Who?
The guy. Or did he just say drive to end?
He went, go through the pillars, turn right, go straight down, and then I'm pretty sure he said turn right again. So unless it's either down there or down there. Is it through there, is it? Right, yeah. Once our eyes had adjusted to the sort of darkness because the sun was cracking the flags outside, we actually got a real feel for this place. And aesthetically for shooting, it was incredible.
Colours in here are just perfect.
When I came in, I was dead worried because it's very dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's tungsten lights, there's
wouldn't have
blue lights,
expected
there's
it.
white lights.
It gives it like almost a nice effect though, because they're so top down, they're like little spotlights.
Yeah.
It could have been problematic with all the different temperatures, but we got around it and it actually looked sick, so. So Mark from Hayco, he was the model, the guy driving the thing. He had some pretty close calls to Mike when he were trying to get close to the camera and sweep away.
Oh my god.
It was a close call, that. It was.
That is daunting, that. Yeah. Class. Didn't think he was going to turn.
I had to sort of look up from my camera to double check he wasn't actually going to hit me. Thanks for that, Mark. I really appreciate that.
You don't really think about production and what you need to sort of make stuff. And obviously this amount of bottles is one thing that we would need as a country. But you don't think about locations like this that has to store them. There's literally miles and miles of bottles. Bottles. Guinness bottles.
Bottles, bottles,
More bottles.
bottles over there, bottles on the side.
Mike, do you think it's mad that there's like places like this where there's just miles and miles of empty bottles ready to go get, I guess, filled?
I know. Ready for beer garden season, innit?
Guinness over there.
Was it?
Yeah. We had to scout around the whole warehouse to find different spots to shoot and sort of emphasise different features of these machines. That's a pretty good example there.
Is it?
I'd say so, would you?
It's like a nice little... it's compact, and that's what we want, isn't it?
Outstanding manoeuvrability.
Outstanding manoeuvrability for tackling awkward areas.
That looks pretty awkward, that area.
Yeah. Right, I'll grab this tripod.
We're still getting this shot. It's a bit like how it's made, this place. Big bottle factory.
We already had our voiceover and our basically shot list, so we were just essentially picking off all the sequences that we need to fill out the video.
You on track, Mike?
We could do... Should we do the filter status indication next?
That's just on the dash.
Fine, that's great.
So these product videos are pretty simple to shoot in a way because all the pre-production and voiceover and all planning has been done obviously before we arrive. So it's a case of just going through the shot list, getting everything that we need, all the specified items on each product, make sure we get all the shots, and then straight into post-production to complete the video.
Right, so we're going to get the debut flap now, right?
So there's something like so satisfying about like a really well composed shot. So like no gimbal, no movement, a static locked off shot, get it right and let the subject move out of frame. Hungry? I'm alright actually.
Ready for some lunch now?
That Greg's dinner out way down. It's blinding this light.
Innit?
Good day.
Yeah.
Good day so
It
far.
would have been good if I'd remembered my boots last night and if you'd have had a mask.
I've got a mask now.
Yeah.
The lady in WH Smith gave it to me for free. I asked her where the ones were to buy and she offered this kindly. I think it's a used one.
Oh.
It only cost me a tenner.
She found it.
Is there a cat's a bogey in it?
There he is. That's what he's going over in.
In the morning we were just cracking on, we had our jackets on, but after lunch and we just stopped for a little bit to have a sandwich.
It was absolutely freezing in there.
I'm told that it's probably one of the nicest days of the year. We are still in a warehouse in Blackpool and it's got significantly colder over lunch. Like my nose is running, it's freezing, Mike's hand's falling off. I'm sure Liam's loving it in the office, nice and warm in his shorts. Mike, do you think it's colder?
It's got colder.
It's freezing.
Yeah. Should have put my long johns on. A couple of pairs of bills.
I literally watched the news this morning, like, oh, it's going to be 20 odd degrees today.
Because this place hasn't seen any sun since 1939. That's why, lad.
Since then,
This floor has not seen sun since that roof went over in the 40s. Think about it. Fucking.
during the war,
During the war, dude.
Lancaster Bombers.
Since Leanne was a little girl.
Sorry, Leanne.
Heiko are an amazing client and we'd got plenty of footage on this shoot. We had a good laugh while we were doing it. Mark was always the gentleman, the model of the day. So overall, it couldn't have gone any better. Next week, I want to show you behind the scenes of how we have replicated the Netflix series Drive to Survive, the interview shots. We've replicated that with the former IBF world champion, Josh Warrington. How's the shoot going for you there, Stevie?
Yeah, of course. Shoots there. Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely.